Welcome to the most recent episode of Intimidatingly Funny. With me today, as always, is my co-host,
Mark,
with two special guests. First,
Madison
and
Mary Kay.
And I am your other co-host, Jared.
well, so yeah, I like, I brought my friend Angela up to Jared's apartment one time to go meet Tabigale, because she wanted to just see Tabigale. That's the only reason why she wanted to see.
She didn't care
loves
about
cats.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I'm telling you right now, this cat's evil.
She's awful.
And she's like, no, cats love me. I love cats. It'll be great. I'm like, all right then. And I remember like she walks in, she goes, oh hey kitty. And Tabigale immediately goes, and like runs away. She goes, what's wrong with that cat? I'm like, I told you. And she's like just chilling on the couch. And you see Tabigale like jumps up and starts slowly walking her. I'm like, don't move. She goes, why? I'm like, she will 100% attack. And she's like, she's not gonna do anything. Like Tabigale gets like right here, and then you see a ball start rising.
Run!
Yeah.
Run!
Like she pulls out a knife.
Basically, it was hilarious.
What?
Just everyone's drink of choice.
I like
Well,
water.
I mean,
Well, no,
he's
it's
like,
where it's a bottle of rum.
That's fair.
This bottle of rum right
Yeah.
here.
like me and Jared got Jared and Madison got like
Healthier options.
normal, healthier options. Mark's just got a bottle of rum in front of him.
Just ready straight.
Just
from the
ready to
bottle.
go.
I'm gonna
It's like
drink
you're gonna
tonight.
finish the whole thing, right?
Oh, obviously, the whole thing tonight. Unopened.
Very drunk Mark.
Yeah.
I've only seen like slightly tipsy Mark like once.
Oh.
Yeah,
The night of the fire, because he was getting like
Oh no!
shit
I
faced
think,
off
I
all
think that
those
was
like.
the worst because that was
It
the first
was.
time I puked.
Yeah,
Oh,
you did not
no.
want to move.
Yeah.
I remember that because you're like, I gotta puke, but you just sat there.
No, eventually you crawled over to the grass.
That's
yeah,
right.
No, I meant it because I was sitting there because I was like, I think I can hold this in, and then the more I stopped, I was like, this is gonna happen. I need to get to the grass.
But of course, I asked, do you want me to put out the fire and we go inside? Yeah. So I put out the fire and it started to get cold. All right, Mark, the fire's out. All right. Just 5 or 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
okay, Mark,
cold.
this isn't what we talked
Well,
about.
I remember I started walking back, and he was like, "You okay?" I was like, "No, you need to help me." And then so I have my arm around him, like walking. I remember we get to a tree. I was like, "We need to stop." And he goes, "Why?" I was like, "Give me a second." All right, we're good now.
Yeah, by far, my favorite is we're sitting in a circle. Mark looks right. Mark looks left. Then Mark looks across the fire and says, Jared, come here.
Well, because I was on one
Alright.
side and
Yeah.
it was like Hank or someone on the other side.
No, it was...
Was it
I
Courtney?
think
It was Courtney.
Okay.
Because I
It
think
was
you were on
me
one
and
side.
Courtney,
Because
yeah.
I gave Courtney the vodka or something at one point.
Yes.
Well, he calls
you
me
had
over,
me fix you a
and he's like,
drink.
help me
Yeah.
up. I'm like, okay. Help him up. He's like, all right. Now we're going to walk. Well, he's like, I gotta pee. You gotta walk me to the ground.
Well, I was gonna ask the women. To
Well, that's
walk
what I
me.
was like. I just remember watching you because you were pretty drunk and you were like looking
Yeah.
and like eyed him up and down, looked, eyed up and down. Then you're like, Jared.
Jared is one I can trust.
Yeah.
And he also has a penis.
Yeah.
Convenient.
That's how those things work. You gotta
Yeah.
think about those situations who you gotta invite.
Yep.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I got my business done.
You got to pee and you came back and everything was fine until you puked.
That's it. I think I've been drunk a whole total of like 3 times in my
It's
life.
because you're so picky.
It's all well. I don't like getting drunk is not a thing that appeals to me.
That's true.
I feel
Like,
that.
like I don't drink alcohol. Like I still have the shitty beer that Cody Penny gave us like months ago. I bought like some white rum like a year ago with Andrew. I still have. Like I just
Yeah.
don't drink.
Yeah.
I only drink with people.
Yeah.
Well, and
Like-
my issue is I'll be in the mood for something specific, so I'll go and buy it, and then I won't finish it because like 2 days later I'm not in the mood for that particular thing anymore.
Mhm.
So I have like 6 half-finished like 6-packs in my fridge because
Oh, yeah.
of the fact that like I have like a cider and a random beer. I got some random Guinness that someone brought to my house one time.
See,
and it
people
was like,
always leave their alcohol at my place. Like,
Are you complaining?
well, the last apartment I had, like, I'll be like,
Yes.
hey, come look at my beer
Free
selection.
alcohol, Rip.
I have 17 different kinds of beer. I will drink one of them.
What
You
is
can
it?
have whatever else you want.
See, I remember it was always Hank though, because Hank would come over with like a full, like sometimes more than a 6-pack,
He'll bring
and then
like
drink
a
like
12-pack.
2.
Yeah.
And then leave the rest
just,
there.
yeah,
And then the
he does that a
next
lot.
time he comes over, bring another one.
Hank, we still got the beer from the last time.
Yeah.
Just keep drinking.
It's
out
cold. No, I'm good.
I'm good
That's
with
the
my
one thing
lukewarm beer.
He'll bring in and put the beer by the fridge. It just never clicks to put it in the fridge.
Inside of the fridge.
Aw.
I got a text from Madison that said, cool.
Just
Okay.
now?
Just now. I don't know when you
I
said
think I
that.
texted that. Let's find out.
I don't know when you
that
said
was
it,
I
but I
said
just got it.
that was what I asked you before I asked, or that's what I said before I asked you if I need to prepare or bring anything. I said cool, and then I
Oh.
asked that.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
guess I
glad,
never
you
that.
got the more important
Yeah.
message of the two.
First.
Yo, there was one time. Okay, this pissed me off so much. It was Jared. So me and Jared go to the movies every Tuesday.
Yeah,
And this was
$5 Tuesdays.
Yeah, $5 Tuesdays. And this was back when we would like go eat beforehand. And so this is when everyone lived in Lowell. And we were trying to decide where we wanted to go eat and who was going to show up because we needed to know how many people. So like it's eventually decided like, okay, B-dubs. We're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. So it's like, okay, cool. Who's going to go? And it's like, me, whatever. And I forgot what Jared said, but Jared didn't say anything that directly answered the question. And it was like, Jared, are you going? And then he would say something else that didn't directly answer the question. And it's just like, Jared, no, like, seriously, are you going trying to get a head count? And he goes, how many times do I have to tell you my answer? And I'll go, you haven't told me an answer yet. like, what's wrong with you? And, like, I'm getting mad in my car, like, trying to text him, trying to get these numbers so I can tell people, like, this is how many that's going to arrive. And just like, he's just not directly answering the question with every text. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Eventually, when we finally meet up, I'm still like pissed or whatever. And he showed me the text conversation. Half his texts were coming through to me, and the other half were not. So he would be like, yes, I'm going. And then reply or answer to someone else. But I didn't get the yes.
You
And so,
just got the answer. To the other
and then so I'm like,
But I
Jared,
said this 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Mark, I am going.
but I
Also, I
get
like
that.
the movie choice.
Yeah, so I would just get, I like the movie choice. And I'm like, but are you going to B-dubs, yes or no? And then it was the most maddening thing.
So did you have this phone at that point as well? Because
No.
maybe there's something wrong.
No.
Well, it's been an issue in our group chat before of
Oh.
like, all of a sudden, like, I'll pick up my phone and there's like a whole conversation. I'm scrolling back. I'm like, I obviously didn't get a message.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it's be like, huh, that's really weird. It's like, yeah, that happened to me last week. And I'm like, what am I missing here?
Well, I remember like a month ago, I just sent a text at like 8 a.m. And I'm like, why is everyone having a conversation at 2 in the morning? Because that's when I got all
Yes.
these texts.
Oh my
Everyone's
gosh.
like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I got a text from Jared at 2:30 in the morning that started this conversation and went all the way to 4. And they're like,
Yeah.
we talked about this at like 8 or something like
Yeah.
that. It just, I got all this like super late.
Because the weird thing was I was still up at the time, too.
Yeah.
Like, woke up to the sound of it buzzing. It's like, Mark, we had this hours ago. Welcome to the conversation.
I just wasn't a
Glad you
part
could
of it.
join us.
Yeah. It's like, I want to feel included sometimes.
So I feel like we should probably clear something up real early. Like, so Mark, you know that giveaway that we've been going on and on about?
Oh, yeah, the one that everyone knows about?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's come to my attention that you can't rate or comment on Spotify, especially. So, I don't know if you knew that or not, but...
I did know that after like episode 4.
Okay. Well, I tried to go look to see how our ratings were doing, and couldn't find them, so...
You know,
what a
there's,
big joke for a mark!
you know, there's a thing called Apple Podcasts that you can do that on, and also our YouTube.
Well, I feel like we should make one, so that way we're sniping in all the people to one place.
What was that word?
Sniping in?
Sniping.
Yes.
Okay.
Have
Yeah.
sniping, have sniping in.
I was also curious if you've noticed or not. I never posted a video for episode 8.
I was wondering if that was on purpose or not, but I was
It
going
was-
to embarrass you in front of all the people.
It was me being lazy and also didn't feel the need to. I probably should just for consistency.
Yeah, even if it's
But-
just a blank background. Do we not talk about anything with pictures?
No.
No.
Yeah, I know. That's
You
that we.
could just like put up just like a random little like B-roll of just no, like a dog eating
Yeah.
and like a butterfly just like floating through
the
the
stock
air.
videos that you
Yeah.
can find.
I don't know why. I thought, like, when she was talking, like, I just pictured a beehive. Which for just 90
It's
minutes, it's
rolling.
just beehive just going.
I mean,
it's
that
a
is
bee
also
doing a
an
barrel
option.
roll.
Yeah. But I
Just
think if
down.
you do, like, it needs to get progressively darker with the stock photos for no reason.
I need to have like a random guy like pushing someone.
See, I hate this because now I have to do it at least for this small segment, and now I have to find somehow a stock video of a guy pushing a kid down.
I
Yeah.
don't think it would be that hard. I
don't-
really don't.
Well,
There's
the
a
whole
lot
point of
of
stock
content.
videos is that it's free,
Yeah.
so I don't have to pay anyone.
No,
Well,
absolutely. But there's all kinds of that stuff.
The other
everywhere.
issue is, since we took our time recording this one, Mark has like 3 days to turn this around.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
New episode comes on Tuesday.
Woo.
Is
Mark's
it Tuesday? Yeah, it's
well,
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. It's Tuesday at not a consistent time.
It's available Wednesday morning. Let's just say that.
Just general. You can check Wednesday morning. It'll definitely
Well,
be there.
we had quite a bit of issues with the last one. At first, only half the episode was there.
Uh-huh.
Then it was there without the ad. And
Yeah.
I never checked it again to see
I
if
didn't
it was
either, to
full.
be honest. It's so I upload it, and then usually the next day I'll just listen to it on my own like Spotify account. And like I'm listening to it, I didn't pay attention to the time or anything. It just mid conversation, it just stopped. So I'm like, that's weird. And like I open up my Spotify app and it's like 27 minutes. I'm like, this thing's an hour 10. And like I'm going looking through everything and like on our all of our stuff, it's like published, full hour, whatever. And I'm like, what's going on? And then so I text Jared about it. And then like I'm looking on Apple, and even on Apple it's like 27 minutes. I'm like, what the? And so
There was
I
a
decided,
mystery.
yeah. So I take down the whole episode and re-upload the whole thing, and it uploaded everything fine. It updated in like a minute, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But then like I'm listening to it, and it didn't put in our ad though. It's just like, what the hell? And then I was lazy and never went back to see that you put in
but
the
it's
ad.
very weird without the ad because it just
Oh,
goes from
yeah.
middle of conversation to, man, don't you just love that product?
Yeah. Well, it's like let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Man, I just
Yeah.
love products.
Yeah, like the 5-second pause.
Yeah, it was just really weird because I listened to it. I was like, well, that's weird.
So you know, if you guys have listened to episode 7, please let us know if it has an ad or not, because I have not gone back to listen.
Just comment on Spotify if you have any criticism. And
You know, I mean, we're a new company. We're still figuring shit out.
It's alright.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
forgive.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you guys have only been on Spotify for like a month.
pretty much for the
The beginning of the year.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We started it. Before that on YouTube, which is why you can find Lost Episode 0 on YouTube.
Yeah.
so this is the first I'm hearing about Lost Episode 0. Why is it
So
lost?
Lost Episode 0 was our test cast.
So like the
Okay.
first 5-10 minutes is just Mark and I talking, and then my roommate at the time,
Mhm.
Allie, comes in at
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah, and so like you can hear like in the middle of that, like Allie open the door, like, oh hey, what's up? And then she decides to sit down and join
Which I
us.
think one of our greatest jokes came from right then because she sits down and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Allie, say hi to the people. We're live to over 10,000 people right now or something. She's like, really? And of course Mike's like, no, of course not. I was like, come on,
No,
Mark.
always,
Well,
oh my God,
well-
yes and always yes
Well,
and.
what it was is at the exact same time, Jared goes, of course we are.
Yeah.
So you hear me say, of course not, him say, of course.
We were this close.
Yeah, I
So
know.
close.
But now we
Could've
are
had her.
now.
Ooh.
We have a sizable viewing audience, listening audience, listening audience.
Followers?
Just you can just say audience. You don't have to
Yeah,
specify
you're right, yeah.
what kind of audience they are.
That's also true. They're just an audience.
Clearly, you have not heard me talk before. This is pretty much the podcast.
They are here to be entertained.
Yeah,
Why
we
they're
are.
coming to you guys, I haven't
Oh,
figured that
Yeah,
out.
I don't know
I thought
either.
Mary Kay gestured at Mark and I was like, I didn't know we were here to like.
No, I was
this
like,
is a podcast of us being entertained.
Yeah,
It was a
we like to
general-
listen to the
it was a
listeners listen
general
to us.
they. I was just gesturing to be like they, the people that listen.
You know you're on an audio podcast, so people can't see your gestures.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is when you edit in pictures of Mary Kay going like this.
Stock photo of someone doing this. Oh my god.
See, we did talk about maybe eventually we'll do a live episode, or at least like a full video episode of us like sitting around.
Yeah.
It has to be the chocolate milk episode.
The
Chocolate
chocolate
milk.
milk? What?
Well, because
Well, if for
I
our
was saying people
more
who listen to the
diligent
podcast,
listeners,
Yeah.
The taste test.
Yes, they're-
one.
they-
yeah.
they
It's,
all they all know about it.
We
how do
talked
we
about
make
that.
the best chocolate milk?
Okay.
So we're gonna get like a generic syrup, a Hershey syrup,
Nesquik,
a Nesquik.
the
both-
syrup and powder.
Yes.
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
of course.
also like just like pre-made.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna pour them.
Because we've been talking about this for multiple episodes, the plan is episode 10. Episode
Episode
10 when
10.
you're
Episode
doing
10,
this.
yes.
Okay, so we're almost there.
And
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
get a bunch of those like shot glasses, blind taste test.
Well, because it didn't start because like Hank tried to argue that the powder kind is better or something.
Yes, if you want to listen to episode 3, you can find out how it
I was
started.
on that
Halfway
episode.
through
Yeah, I
that
know.
one.
That's why I'm asking. I was on it. I existed in that moment. I don't need to relive it.
Yeah,
Just kidding. I do.
I like to relive it every day.
yeah,
As
it's
should
just
the audience. Every day.
Listen to all 7 episodes every single day. Listen while you're at work.
That would
Don't
be a
worry
whole
about the
work day.
F-bombs.
I mean,
I put the explicit tag.
yeah, really. You have headphones in.
I'm literally, I'm teasing.
I was gonna say, if you have headphones in, it
So
doesn't
serious.
matter.
Yeah.
You know,
I
we
don't
just try
know.
to be the best as we can be.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, you should let your friends how the best we can be is always.
Like your friends, how the best we can be.
Yes.
That wasn't a sentence.
It was.
See,
It was
are
just
you,
very
are you
bad.
trying to imply to not wear headphones that you're getting at so everyone can hear and like learn and have
No,
fun?
because that's
Yeah,
the way
you have
to
it on.
immediately hate a video.
You have it on for everyone at
I
work
just
to
mean
listen to.
hey, listen to this real fast. You turn it on and just leave and don't tell them this.
tell
7
them what it
episodes
is.
back to back to back.
Okay, listen, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then like you can
I
tell
will
me
see
what
you
you
in
think.
10
and then
hours.
You, and then you go home.
Walk back in at the end of the workday. Well, what'd you think?
Hey, whatever gives us those views, man.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
really.
I was telling Dude, I think I was telling
Did
Jared.
you Jared?
Yeah, did you, Jared? We are so close to be able to afford a candy bar. Yeah.
Oh.
We're up to.
Okay, but what kind of candy bar?
I don't know.
We're up to I think 36 cents made
Yeah.
Nice.
just from ad revenue.
No, I think we're at the 50.
50 did it update today?
Yeah, I think it did.
Ooh.
But
Also, we have well over 100 viewers.
what was the joke that we made about what we would do with the money when we get enough of it? Well, like it was buy something that's not productive whatsoever.
Cardboard cutout?
No,
I mean,
They would buy those anyway, and you
Yeah,
know
I was
they would
gonna
make
say.
them
They
productive.
have bought them.
we're
already.
not saying this was an idea that was brought up multiple times. We're just
Right, yes.
saying
it's in production.
we'll see you later in the year, depending on what happens.
Oh, okay.
Also, we should probably get the store up and running this weekend.
The store is up.
Yes, the store is
It's
now
not
up and
running, but it's up.
I know. You click on it, it says nothing's in here.
We have a
What
store
if I
on our
want to buy
website.
things? Like, I mean,
Jared is now standing up as he is going to walk over and grab you the official Misdirection shirt.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get
Ooh.
you guys made the T-shirt because Joey bought one.
yeah.
And we don't
Misdirection store.
we don't have,
I have to come
He
see
just
you
has
in
boxes.
person.
and basically we don't have it up on the website
May
yet.
may I hold it? Is that allowed?
That's
Yeah.
the shitty
No.
shirt though.
This
Well,
is
they're
the
all
shitty
mixed in
shirt.
by size.
What is
Give-
it? Because
show-
the,
show her
is it
the-
'cause the
the big
logo
one.
is small?
Yeah, it's the smaller one. That's the
Yeah.
limited edition we
This
screwed
is-
up shirt.
I mean, honestly, those are always the best kind.
I love it.
When
though.
you get like a misprint that just
This
kinda
is the
says
actual
something
shirt?
different.
That's much better.
It's just like once you put it on, like especially for my shirt, it was like from here to here. It was like this just feels awkward.
It's so tiny and I love it. Oh.
Yeah, it's the we messed up shirt, so that'll be the limited edition version. I need a picture of that
Here.
shirt, by the way.
Take these side by
Ooh.
side. The difference in the logo.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
quite clear.
gosh.
And also, we want to give a shout out to our friend Joey,
Yeah,
who
Joey.
came up with our new company hand sign.
Ooh, I did see that on Facebook. He
Yeah.
he
Oh,
posted
like
it
the
Yeah,
arrows.
inadvertently.
Yes.
the different arrows.
You got your picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be up and running by the time this is
Once again, I need the
Here's
bank
your
account
shirt
information.
back.
Yeah, we can do that.
Ooh, let's do it right now.
Live on the
Okay,
podcast.
account number 4.
Live on
Okay, writing it down
podcast.
for-
Jared's bank account.
Well, no, we have a company bank account.
I
Okay,
forgot
so
you
what's
do.
the routing number?
6.
3.
Six.
Just six.
Just six. Cool,
Just
cool.
6.
Wait,
It's-
6 or
it's-
3? Did we change?
You might have switched from PNC to like Fifth Third. Who knows?
Oh yeah. But yes, we do have a store coming, and we plan on having other things in the store. Right now, the shirt's the first thing.
However, coming late 2020,
Oh yeah.
Late.
look for a calendar.
Yeah, the calendar
Oh.
idea. We had this idea last year, and we just didn't have enough time to
We
do
had
it.
it too late.
Because we were going to give them to our friends as Christmas gifts.
Oh yeah, you told us this.
Yes.
So what is the calendar pictures going to consist of?
We have talked
Can
about
we give
this.
a little hint?
No matter what, I'm Mr. January.
Okay,
That was decided.
I'm
Is
Mr.
it-
April.
Because that's your
obviously.
birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we get our birthday month.
that's fair. That's
After
fair.
that, we
Understandable.
don't know. We talked about multiple ideas, but as we figure it out, we will tease it more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, look forward to that.
I will.
Yeah, no, we have a couple ideas in the work actually. I
Which-
have a list on my phone of just random notes and the list is literally called stupid ideas,
Yes.
and
That's a good title for it.
and they're categorized based on if it's a video, a comic,
The
store
other-
idea.
A comic.
Big news we
Yeah.
have is Mark is moving into the same town as me,
Yes.
so our production can only go up.
Yeah.
Because right now we've been working like every other weekend at most
Yeah.
on an idea.
Well, it's also like this podcast is bi-weekly. It might become weekly,
Yes.
Ooh.
depending.
That would be cool.
So
I know several people would be happy.
yeah. So we'll see how everything works out. That's if we move in together.
Yes.
So yeah, big moves for the company this year.
Yeah.
The 2020's year for the company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, misdirection.
So,
it's going places.
I'm in the process.
It's a real company.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew that.
No,
Misdirection
I did.
LLC.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send
a
your
lot of
feedback.
people, a lot of people don't believe us when we actually
No.
say that.
No,
no,
I
it's
believe
legit.
every dumb
I
thing
saw
comes
the
out of your
paperwork.
mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, you believe everything that comes out of my mouth?
Yeah, really?
Every dumb thing.
Well, because we
Dumb
had a
thing.
friend who, after drinking a bit, made a comment of like, our friend group should form a company. That would be really cool. And Mark just looks at him and he's like, we did. Jared and I did.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, but a real company. He's like, we're a legit company. Like,
We have the papers.
Yeah, like we saw the paperwork, we have the bank account, we have a website, we
We
have
have
the logo.
an IRS tax code.
Ooh.
We can
Yeah.
hire people. I really don't want to though, because then it's more paperwork for me.
What about our intern?
Well, our intern program is going strong.
Yeah, we that's the only person we hired.
Who is the intern?
Well, currently, we are falling behind. Our spring intern has not started yet. We are behind on that.
Do
But
you have a
Our
spring
fall intern went fantastic.
Yeah.
We did have a full intern. They might have not known they were our intern
Yes.
after us telling them multiple times, "Hey, you're our intern."
Yes. And let me say, would not hire him again. He never showed up.
What are you talking about? He was question markly on one podcast.
He
didn't
was
bring the
late.
cookie cake.
He had one job: show up, and he was late.
And he didn't bring the cookie cake.
That's like a.
That's the most fireable
Oh, yeah.
offense that you could think of,
That-
honestly. Not bringing a cookie cake.
It was the worst because we called him and told him bring a damn cookie cake, but
He was stopping at a gas station.
Yeah.
He
So
could have
You
very easily.
wanted a cookie cake.
He could have very easily stopped at like a Walmart and gotten a cookie cake and beer.
see
That they sell both.
Yeah.
See that podcast has one of my favorite like little things that Jared did was we have a description on the podcast, and on the description we list like who's there,
Yeah.
and so like the podcast lists everyone. And at the end of it, you just ask and Hank with a question mark, and I just kind of like that because at the beginning of it we're like and Hank will be here soon, and he shows up like the last minute,
Yep.
like as we're ending it, Watson.
That is a favorite thing of mine that I.
A little thing, like
Okay, I was gonna
the
say,
thing that
of
that not
everything I've
many
done for this
people-
company, that's your
He
favorite.
said little.
I
He
put
said-
a question
he
mark
specified.
behind
I
the name.
will.
Yeah.
Well, this is our last podcast apparently, so
Wait, you
The
missed the
company
last
is
one.
dissolving.
Yeah, you missed the last one. Me and Kayla said we're going to start our own podcast, the MC podcast. Or the you and me, but mostly me.
we can't keep giving away podcast ideas.
What are you talking about? Me and Kayla are going to do.
No, we'll see.
See, what you don't know is I'm going to get to the point I'll do a podcast every single day. It'll just be a different one with different idea, different people.
That'll truly be exhausting.
Yeah, for sure.
How would
Madison,
you
you
have
wanna
time
start a
for
podcast?
anything?
Yeah,
Well,
let's
it's
start
like-
a podcast.
We'll
Alright,
be
so
Eminem.
I like it. Let's do it.
Eminem.
But
We
think
can
about
talk
that,
about
like,
different candies and also the rapper.
but you're gonna
I
run
like
out of
this
stuff
idea.
to talk about so quickly.
Okay,
Okay,
but like,
how
I
many
don't-
different candies are there?
Because even
A
if we
lot.
did this weekly,
Well,
I feel like
Okay,
we
but
would-
like we could also pepper it in because like Eminem did just release a new
Yeah.
album. That's gonna date this episode, but like he
like, you
did.
talk about candy, pepper in the fact that I am gay.
Are you,
I
are
mean,
you,
if
are,
it
are
comes
you
to that, we
announcing?
might.
Are you
I
announcing on
am
the
new in
podcast
town.
that you are gay?
I am new in town.
So I'm going through the process of buying a house.
Ooh.
Are you loving it?
So much more is done over text message than you would think.
Really?
Well, yeah, 'cause
Like-
people are lazy. They don't want to call you.
I bought
Well,
my
like,
house for my sister,
I-
so
Yeah.
cannot relate.
Like I have a real estate agent, Brad, that I'm working with. And
Shout out.
yeah, shout out,
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah,
Shout out to
go,
Brad.
And he's been fantastic, but like once I picked a house, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll contact them, and I'll text you tomorrow with some details." And he'll text me like, "So what price do you want to go in at?" This price. All right,
$1.
send it in. And then he'll come back and he'll just text me like, "Yeah, they want a bit more." I was like, "All right, let's meet in the middle." He's like, "All right, it's all done." I'm like, I just did all of this without leaving my couch while watching Netflix.
So it like
Oh
you
my
have a
God.
house,
Like I
it's
feel like I
yours.
should.
You
They're
reminded
going
me.
to inspection tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Complete tangent from your house story. Did you hear what Netflix did yesterday? I will date this
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
The godsend that we've been wanting for years.
What is the most annoying part about Netflix? This
don't
isn't a
know.
trick
It's
question.
not.
I don't
June-
like this.
You know when you're browsing Netflix
Oh, the
and you're just
autoplay thing?
Yes.
yes.
When you take too long, and it's like, guess what? You want to listen.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's like you know you're browsing and you're just like, oh, like what's this movie? And then you just hear da-da-da-da-da-da.
In a world with autoplay on.
Yeah, Netflix yesterday officially released the feature of you can turn that off,
Yeah.
That's
so you
awesome.
can now browse
I'm gonna do
Without
that.
like
without the
blowing
ads
out your
auto
speakers.
playing.
That sounds
for
awesome.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
because that's the worst part. So I have a sound bar for my TV. The sound bar has varying levels of loudness when like autoplay is happening or when the movie's playing. And
Yeah.
movies are sometimes quieter than TV shows. And like I was on Amazon Prime the other day and I was watching SpongeBob and the 1992 Batman animated series. And I was alternating between the two. And SpongeBob was so much louder than Batman, and it was frustrating. Yes, Jared.
Okay, I've had a new business idea since you said soundbar. We're going to open up a bar called the Soundbar, and each chair is going to have a different sound when you sit down. Like, you go up to the bar, and one's like a whoopee cushion, another's like
I was about
quack.
to say, spoiler alert, they're all fart noises.
Well,
But very.
that's just the back room.
Yeah.
So you're buying a house.
Yeah, and like, so much of it's done over text, and then at one point, he's like, okay, the offer's gone through. Now, to show that you're serious, we're going to ask you for something called earnest money. Now, how much money, let's just assume a nice round number, like $150,000 house.
Okay.
Like, good starter home. How much money do you think you would have to put down up front to show the seller that you're serious about buying it?
Well,
Like 10 grand.
I would ask Ernest first.
It's just a name for it.
Wait, just
Like earnest, honest.
yeah, I know.
Like,
was
I
gonna
am
joke.
gonna do this, man.
I was implying
like
there's a
the
guy
pro-
named
it's-
Ernest.
It's the promise ring of housing.
Yes.
Ooh, I like
But I always heard it was like what 20% of what
I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
guess
the
20%.
down payment. This
Oh,
is
that's
before
the down-
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it even
Oh,
before
so
that?
I
So
don't
then- so, like-
understand the
that.
concept.
So the down payment goes towards the bank or whoever's giving you the mortgage.
Gotcha.
This is what you show the seller of like, hey, this house is $150K. This is enough money to show you I'm serious about buying the house.
At 5,000?
$5,000,
I said 10 grand, but I thought that's too high, but I'm sticking with it.
10
anyway.
grand, all right.
7.
Right in the
$7?
middle. just
Right in the
so you
middle.
know.
Just 7.
Well, because if we go over, she
Yeah,
wins.
Mary Kay's the closest. It's
Woo!
$500.
Oh, really? I thought
Yes.
you had that more than that.
Like, because that's what I'm using grants and everything. So, I have to
This is
pay $0 to get this house up front.
See it breast?
It's about to break. My hair tie broke, friends.
Visuals are always good.
Yeah.
Peace out with that peace sign she put up for friends.
Yeah. No gang signs, please.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a reputation.
You know, if you're on our video podcast, we don't allow gang signs or anything like that.
I'll do my best.
So like
Wolverines.
none of that.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
And cut.
I'm uncomfortable. Madison, would you like to hear what I found in my desk today?
What did you find in your
Okay.
essay, Mary Kay?
So,
Welcome to our new segment. What's in Mary Kay's desk?
so for the viewers and for maybe people at the table who don't know this, I got a new job. I
Woo.
quit my teaching job and now have a new job, doing stuff
Nice.
and things.
Stuff.
Just stuff.
Just stuff.
And or services in exchange for wages, I hear. Fantastic. Continue.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Anywho, the person who had my office before left lots of stuff behind, which has been great because, you know, oh, cool, I got her old lesson plans, or cool, I got her old program stuff, or I have random craft supplies that I don't have to
Oh,
buy.
cool. Her
Nice.
snack she left here a year ago.
Cool. The flu. All things she left behind.
Yeet.
I was looking for just regular bottle glue today, and because I had like a bucket full of glue sticks, but I was trying to glue 2 pieces of cardboard
Well, They just
together.
don't taste the same.
They really don't.
I was trying to glue 2 pieces of cardboard
The
together,
texture's all wrong.
and I figured that like liquid glue would be better than glue stick. So I was trying to find it in my office before I ventured to find it in the rest of the building. I open up one of my drawers, and there is a Tupperware container that says like craft staple gun, hand saw, metal brads, pliers, and like craft glue or something. I was like, is this a handsaw? So I open this freaking container, and sure enough, sitting on the top is a handsaw. I'm like, why the hell is there a handsaw in my desk? Who needed this? Why did they need this?
Warren, you need to find the drawer labeled label maker. Because it sounds like she had a problem.
It's still in the drawer. There's label makers in the same drawer as the handsaw.
Well, that's not properly labeled.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know what I'll be doing.
Well, it's
one
not.
day.
No, so she, you know those like Tupperware containers you can buy with like the lids that are like big and you can like store stuff in them.
Yeah.
So inside the desk drawer, she has like 2 of those, and then the label maker is like separate from it. So it's
Okay.
not in the box that's labeled
Okay.
because otherwise it would say label maker on it.
Is the label maker at least labeled label maker?
No.
Oh,
I'm
Unfortunately
sure
not.
there's like a logo on it that's like, you know, this brand
the
label
logo
maker.
made.
Yeah.
Logo me. But yeah, so I found a handsaw on my desk.
Yeah. So, what did you end up using it for today? 'Cause I'm
Nothing.
sure that you used it.
Nothing today.
She
On
invited
kids.
2 strangers into her office and they played a game.
I found it when, like, I was, me and, like, the secretaries were the only ones left. So, like, the only ones I could talk to about it were the people in the front. Like, I found a handsaw on my desk. And God love Steve. Steve is one
Steve's
of the...
great.
He goes, oh, look what I have in my drawer. I was like, Steve, that was not the point of me talking about the fact that I have a handsaw. I was like, I have batteries
I have this
and cough drops.
What a fantastic segue, though. I like to put random stuff in my drawer and wait for it to come up in conversation because, we did a true white elephant at our company Christmas party, and I got a bag of office junk, and
Okay.
I kept all of it and put it in my drawer because last week my boss was talking like, Adam, I'm just gonna chain you up and just lock it, but I don't have a lock. I whip open my drawer because one of it's a padlock and a key. I was like, do you need to borrow mine?
Oh my
He's
God.
just like staring at me like, what? Where did you get that? It's like, I have everything. And then just,
I don't like how ominous that was.
I mean, you never
You have
know.
to be prepared. I
You're
mean,
not, I mean, yeah. You were a Boy Scout, so that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Eagle Scout.
Ooh, my bad. I didn't
He
mean to
took
demote
it.
you.
He took it a whole other level.
Yeah.
We got that Eagle
To
Scout
the
level.
far
He
level.
went all the way up, yeah.
and on that note, we will stop for a sponsor.
Gosh, those products, again, products are fantastic.
They
They're
truly, really are. Like, specifically that one product that we definitely just
Yeah.
talked about.
Wait,
Right.
what's
Amazing.
what's the thing you like most about that product, man?
Honestly, that product, just the way
Probably,
that it, like,
probably the
was
service.
designed and just, like, the general just idea. Like, there was such a lack in the market for said product.
Oh,
and just,
yeah?
just the market. Just
I
all
like the
across.
purpose that it fills.
Oh,
yeah, I as well really enjoy
It
that.
brings
for
me
sure.
much joy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like the
I
product
definitely
so
wouldn't
much.
recondo it, that's for sure. Like I would
really?
keep it near and dear to my heart because it like for Jared it also brings me a lot of joy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I'm glad that we can bring this much joy through
Yeah.
a sponsor, just
Yeah,
to show everyone and to you.
And also like y'all get money, so like that's a good
Of
bonus.
course.
Now you know, because it's Mark's super short show.
It's Mark's
Yes,
super
yes,
short
my show. Yes.
Ooh.
It's usually Mike.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying it's my show.
Mm-hmm.
So random topic. But did you see that there's a deaf man suing Pornhub?
Why?
I have a follow up to this, a different one.
He's suing Pornhub for not having closed captions on porn.
Do you really want that?
Why do you
Well,
need closed captions for like
So
Odd
of course.
noise? Question mark.
So
dick slapping against ass?
Squished.
yeah, that's the thing. So of course I see this. I'm like, I have to read this article. Like I gotta find out why this
What's
guy.
going
For
on?
science,
Yeah, for
yeah.
science. And so he's suing them because it's not even closed captioning. Because he references specific videos that he cannot enjoy on Pornhub. And
Like
and
with
what was
links?
yeah, I don't know with links.
Okay, I was like,
Like,
if
no.
you put links,
No.
I feel like
It-
that could
Copy
It
and
was-
paste and links. I'm like, these
Yeah.
are the ones that pissed me off.
Yeah, and
I
so
want to
and,
watch it, but not.
and so like one of the videos was like step aunt punishes naughty
Nephew?
nephew. Yeah.
Probably.
And,
Yeah.
and he was like, he can't enjoy the story that is going on in the porn, so it doesn't excite him as much as it should be, and that he needs closed captions so that he can get the story of like, oh, this is a nephew and an aunt.
I just feel like seeing boobies should be enough.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You need the sound effects. And apparently his
I mean,
lawyer.
the score for that one, I think it almost won a Grammy. It was nominated, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
So what I'm hearing is there is a niche in the market for us to go into where we just close caption porn. Because they don't know what it sounds like. We can put whatever we want.
Elephant noises.
But do they know what elephant is?
Exactly.
This
They don't
is
know if
true.
we're right or
Yeah.
wrong.
They just know what an elephant is, and that we apparently mimic its noises.
So the Super Bowl was, I guess, 2 Sundays ago from once this come out. And this past week, I saw that there was an interesting lawsuit going of some... Yes?
Talking about
Do you
the
have a
man
hairball?
that sued for the...
Yeah, it was a...
Filter water went down the wrong pipe. Sorry, friends.
It was. I just saw it was a Christian extremist is suing the NFL.
Yeah, because he can't get into heaven.
Yes, because the Did you see the halftime show?
No, I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
There is a
Yeah,
delightful
neither did
part
I.
where Shakira is standing next to J Lo.
Okay.
And
I
they-
saw the 3-second gif of that.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, You saw the important parts then.
Yes.
That's all you needed.
And he's suing the NFL for like $850 million.
Trillion.
Trillion.
$1 dollars.
What?
It
Wait,
says-
what?
It's trillion, like with a T. Like
Why trillion?
a lot of money.
Well, because you can't get into hell now. They
Heaven.
put heaven. Yeah, sorry.
He wants to get into heaven.
right.
Can't get into hell.
Right. We need to keep this politically neutral. He can't get into wherever he would like to get into.
You know,
The higher power that he believes is good after death, he can't go there.
Well,
But, like-
he just worships Clayton and really wants to go to hell.
But the one thing I've seen is that, and I have to agree, it's like, imagine seeing something that makes you so horny that you immediately call an attorney. Because that is exactly what happened in this case.
I just feel like that he watched that or saw it or something and had the thought that, like, I have the time and the money and the, like, the ability to sit around and, like, call up a lawyer and be like, okay, listen here, here's what's happening. I watched the Super Bowl and now I don't think that my higher power will let me in to the place that I've deemed to be good after I'm dead.
See, I like how he decided that is the worst thing he has done in his life is watch the Super Bowl halftime show. That is what's gonna stop him from going to heaven. Nothing else this guy has done.
Yeah.
Like,
They are 2 very nice asses, so I
Yeah.
mean, he's got a point.
My mom did not appreciate the halftime show either.
Really?
Yeah, well, she's like, it wasn't very good. And we were having this conversation at lunch the other day. It was me, my mom, and my brother. And she's just like, I didn't think the halftime show was that good. And my brother Brady, who is not a fan of pop,
Yeah.
so the past couple halftime shows specifically are no good for him because he doesn't like the kind of music. He's like, they're all terrible. Like, that was his response. My mom goes, well, I liked Lady Gaga's a couple years ago, but this year it's just unnecessarily sexual. I was like, all right, what if it had been a guy? She's like, well, I don't like that either. I was like, you are one in like 700 people who are upset about this or whatever. Because
Well,
I feel like a lot of people didn't say nothing about Adam Levine last year.
I felt
Yeah.
weird because, like, tell me what crossover is Shakira and J Lo? Like,
What, like,
booty.
What, yeah. What
no, like,
crossover for
do they
the
have a
Super
song?
Bowl?
Do they even have a song together?
No,
Not that I'm
they're
aware
just
of.
Exactly,
both
it's like-
Hispanic.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's really what they were trying
I
to
think
go
they were
for.
trying to go for. They're both Hispanic.
And they're trying to be like, we're
Yeah.
inclusive, yay!
Well, yeah, that's what it just seemed like. It'd be like someone's iPod where they're just shuffling between 2 artists.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, that is kind of what it felt like. Because we started with Shakira and then went to J-Lo. Had a little bit more Shakira.
She
and then
finally
it-
sang "Hips Don't Lie." The
Yeah.
entire time I was like, "Just sing
Is
Hips Don't
that
Lie."
when they shaked?
No, it was after.
Why did they not? That's the perfect time
Well, they did have
exactly
their
why they did it.
yeah.
to keep you in suspense of like it's gonna happen.
Well, you
soon.
gotta keep watching. They can't like lose you. They'll lose all that
Well, does
viewership.
that mean he was like extra upset when Shakira started belly dancing? Because that's sexual, and that was
Yeah, there was a weird part where
well,
like,
because that's something she did when she would perform live. She would belly dance on stage.
well,
She was
yes,
trying to
it was just
incorporate
like there's still a song going on, and the backup singers are still singing, and she's just like belly dancing, and we're like, what is going on?
that. My dad walks in and is like, she should have had a real snake, and then just like loops back out of the living room. I'm like, all right, Dad, this is your commentary. Because he had been like getting snacks, and he came in long enough to see that, and just like walked through the other side of the living room. I'm like, all right,
He saw enough. That's all.
bye,
I
Dad.
needed.
So then the question is, what's your favorite Super Bowl commercial this year? Because I did look those up.
I have two.
Okay.
One of them I laughed because of how stupid it was, and that was the new State Farm commercial, where
I guess I missed that
they
one.
call in, and it's the same guy from the commercial 4 or 5 years ago. Like
Jake from State Farm?
yes, he calls in.
Oh,
It's
this
the
looked good.
It's
well,
the
it's-
husband.
Yeah, it's the husband and
from
wife are the same one, and so it's the same thing of like, who are you talking to? Jake from State Farm. He's like, what are you wearing? Then they cut to the State Farm, and it's a black guy with a name tag named Jake, and he turns around to the Jake from the first commercial. He's like, do they ask what you're wearing? Oh yeah, all the time. The other one was the Boston commercial about the self-parking car.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
the
why was
pack.
that such a good
Smart
one?
pack.
I did not understand it. I
Because
understood it.
they're all originally from Boston.
Oh, are
Yeah.
they?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what that is why that group of people was together.
Specifically, yes. It doesn't make sense if you don't know that.
Well, it was one of those things like I was looking at someone's like top 10 list of Super Bowl ads, and I was like number 4, and I was like, why is this one so high? Because I watched the ad, and I'm just like, it's not a great ad. Like, it just didn't go smart pack. Like
Exactly.
just adding an H where an R is.
Have you ever been to Boston?
That's the Boston accent, bub.
No, I haven't been to Boston actually.
We should go to Boston.
You want to go
I
to
would
Boston?
go to Boston.
All right, tomorrow let's go to
Boston
Boston.
slaps.
Yeah.
All right.
The people
Tomorrow.
are super nice, but them giving directions is terrible.
Well, they have smart pack, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Because everything you start from wherever you are, and you have to go to the harbor, and then you have to go out for some reason.
See, the correct answer for the ads is it was the Tide ad.
That's what I was gonna say. I love the Tide ad.
Yeah, with Charlie Day and how it's like, oh, we'll watch that later, and then like it cuts, and he's with the Bud Knight, and it's like
I don't know. That was I enjoyed the progression. I did not like all the crossover.
see, I
they
like
had-
the crossover, and or when Mr. Peanut died, and they
Okay,
had his
but-
funeral, and the Kool-Aid Man was there, and Mr. Clean was there,
Okay, that was.
and then
that's
they
ambition.
have a baby Peanut at the end.
Yeah, Kool-Aid Man's tears make
Made
him grow.
baby nut. Yeah.
Made baby nut.
They didn't have his monocle, so is
Yeah.
it really
Well,
that great?
With the Tide commercial, apparently they kept going with like the Masked Singer afterwards. Like he came out like in the middle of it, like, "Is it later yet?" And they're like, "No, go
Okay.
away."
Can we talk about the Masked Singer? Because I feel like half the ads for the Super Bowl were for the Masked Singer,
Mhm.
and I've not watched it. Is it
I watched the
I
first
haven't
2
watched
episodes.
it.
is
I
it
know
any
what-
good?
No.
I
So
haven't
Yeah,
watched
it's-
it.
I don't
but-
know
watched it?
I
famous
have
people's
not. I've
voices
seen
enough.
a lot of ads for it on Instagram because for some reason I'm in their demographic. But every time I see
Yes.
one, I report it because I don't want to be in that demographic anymore. Because it's
Please stop
scary.
putting me in this demographic.
It's a scary place to be.
So I'm an expert on this. 'Cause I watched 2 episodes.
Oh yes.
Is that this table?
Yes.
Right, he's the one that's seen the most episodes at the
So
table.
for all
Yeah.
your Masked Singer questions,
Yeah.
call on in for
So,
Mark.
so my problem with this was I went into watching that show thinking, okay, these are going to be popular singers that you can be able
Yes.
to find out their voice, and you got to like figure out who it is.
No, but then one of them was
And,
like
like,
ninja.
Well, what it is on the first episode, I didn't know it's like a singing competition though.
Is it?
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I thought the judges were just trying to guess who it was, and it's like no, it's basically like 3 or 4 singers come out. They sing. They'll be like, "Oh, that sounds like a mixture of like Justin Bieber and like Eminem."
Hold on,
I-
who? Justin who?
Bieber.
Bieber?
Yeah. And like they'll make their guesses on who they think it is. And then at the end of the episode, they'll be like, all right, who was the worst singer? And they're like, oh, the hippopotamus. And it's like, oh, the hippopotamus is eliminated from the season. And then they reveal themselves. And so I remember the first guy was like, who is it? Oh, and it's like, Antonio Brown. Like some dude in the NFL was a lineman. And I'm just like,
Nope.
how am I supposed to guess this? And then I was like, okay,
Star wide receiver.
Okay, well, it wasn't actually Antonio Brown. It was some other dude.
Are you sure he was on something?
It might be him. I don't know. It was some NFL player.
Yeah.
On the
And then-
Masked Singer.
This was getting into sports. Listen
Yeah.
to episode
Yeah.
7. You'll understand.
And then episode 2, I decided, okay, gotta give this another try. Do the same thing. Big reveal. Oh, some other old ass dude from the NFL who's like in his 50s. And I'm like, how are you supposed to guess any of these people?
Is that the point of the show? Is to guess? Or is it
I
just
thought
supposed-
that was the point.
See, I thought this would be like this is our country season.
No.
So they pick like 5, 6 country stars, And then they bring them out and they have a big wheel and they stew and then it goes around and it's like, all right, they're all going to be singing like Black Eyed Peas hits.
Yeah.
And then from them trying to sing a different... No,
No.
I'm just saying, I'm making up a
Jared
TV
made up
show
his
right
own
now.
TV show.
This is what I thought the show should be. You spin the wheel and it's like, okay, this episode you have to
Wheel
sing.
Honestly.
of singing.
Exactly.
Well, see, my thing is too is like at the end of it, it's like it's no shock at all because they do have real singers. Like they had like Donny
Yeah.
Osmond in the
Yeah,
first
he
season.
got second.
Yeah, well,
behind
it's like
T-Pain.
Oh.
well,
I
well,
just googled it. That's the only reason I know.
well, it's one of those
T-Pain
things like
without autotune
you
sings so well.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you look
T-Pain's
at the
honestly got a beautiful voice.
but like you look at the list of people and it's just like, oh, to everyone's surprise, the professional singers are like the top 5 people left in
I
it.
wonder why.
But I heard that the newer seasons have done better at getting
How many
actual like
seasons of this show
it's
are
on
there?
its 3rd season now.
I feel like this was like the first season like this past fall because I had never heard of it before like 4
Antonio
months
Brown
out.
was the first guy eliminated.
Well, I'm surprised I remembered his name.
It just you were so heartbroken
Yeah.
that you got eliminated because you were rooting for it all the way through that like it just like seared itself into your brain. You're like, Antonio Brown was wrong.
I think it's more me sitting there just being like, who the hell's Antonio Brown?
I don't know. I definitely think it was my idea.
So, talking about shows that you get attached to, on Netflix,
Okay.
there is this new series called The Circle.
I heard about
Okay,
this.
so like I don't understand.
I've watched it all. It is so addictive.
So like, what is the actual concept? Because I know that
Okay.
they lock them in a room and it's like
Okay, so-
social media and they compete for like how do they compete? Like I don't.
Okay, so
I don't
here's
understand.
the whole concept.
Okay.
Is they have this like apartment building where they have I don't know a dozen different apartments,
Yeah.
and to agree to be on this, you essentially like turn in your phone as you go in,
Okay.
and the only interaction with other people you get is through this social network that they have called The Circle, which they claim it's just a voice activated thing. It's literally like imagine a TV here with just a circle on it, which is their logo.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, hey, Circle, send Mark a chat invite. And then on his TV, you'll go, boop, boop. Jared has invited you to a Circle chat. And, like, so that's the only interaction you get with anyone.
Okay.
And this whole thing lasted, like, 2 or 3 weeks. So, near the end, I have to imagine you're going crazy because you have no interaction at all with people other than through this TV. But there's just some guy typing your responses, and it shows up back and forth. And then every day or two, they make you rank everyone based on essentially a popularity contest.
Love that.
And
That's
then
fun.
generally, the gist is whoever's number 1 and number 2 are influencers. They get invited to like a fancy dinner where you still can't see each other, but they have a private chat where they then decide to block someone. And when you get blocked, you're gone from the circle. And then their twist is...
I have an itch, but I can't get it. Sorry, I'm wiggling around a lot because I have an itch, but I can't get to it.
And then, like, the surprise twist is before that person leaves the apartment tower, they get to go visit one person. And so, obviously, since it's all social media, you can play yourself, you can play a better
Yeah,
version
that's like
of
the
yourself,
ad,
a
it's like-
catfish,
yeah.
anything. And I was told by my brother to watch an episode or 2, and I did. And then
it was 3 a.m.
well, yeah, that's exactly 3 a.m. I'm like, I'm halfway through. I need to finish this. And I would actually highly recommend it, especially if you need like something trashy to watch. It gets oddly engrossing.
You win by being like the last person left, I guess.
Yeah, so the competition somewhat changes as it
Gotcha.
goes, but there is like a final ranking,
Cool.
and
I
then they
just
win
didn't
like
understand the concept at
$100,000.
all. I was like, this is weird. I am excited. I saw ads for it. It's like a Netflix like dating show.
Yes, I saw that too.
I really want to watch that one. I don't know if I'll get into the
What?
circle.
What is it? I haven't heard about this one.
It's like the ultimate blind date. They really just put you in like 2 separate like escape pods essentially. That's what they look like to me. They're like little pods.
It's like there's a group. It's like 4 women, 4 men, or something like they're
Yeah.
making like kind of. It's kind of like I think the like blind date like communication like the circle. Like he talked to him.
Yeah.
And at the end of
Yeah.
the competition, you have like You're like, all right, cool, we're gonna start dating. And then you have like 6 months to like plan your wedding.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you get married.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like we're gonna find true love.
And like you have to decide if you're gonna get married like before
Yeah.
you can see him or something like that. It's
Oh.
the weirdest thing.
See, I thought it would be better if like you sign up for this and it's like a 1-year program where it just logs everything that you watch, and then at the end it matches you up with someone who watches the same stuff.
You guys watch The Office every single day for the past year. You have high compatibility.
Well, yeah, I
But
was
isn't
thinking that like
most
you could
people
only
on
watch.
Netflix?
Well,
Yeah.
not in like a month.
I thought it was like a quarter of their bandwidth was The Office.
Yeah, it's a big
Jeez.
number.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the big Disney Plus announcement? The only one that matters.
That
It's
their
like
new
the-
content's finally coming out.
No,
No, it's like
no,
the Captain America
the,
thing,
no,
right?
no, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one that everyone loves and cares about.
the Mandalorian spinoff.
No,
Oh, I don't know.
I thought Baby
it's
Yoda.
High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 2.
You've added the musical twice.
No,
No,
It's
no,
High
that's
School
the name.
Musical.
The
musical.
the series.
Like,
So-
that's the name of the show.
So
because they can't just call it High School Musical because that's been done.
Why can't?
So-
but like you could just
But-
be like High School Musical, the series.
no, because it's not High School Musical.
It's
It's about these kids doing the High School musical at
Oh,
East High.
really?
Yes.
so they're at the
Oh.
high school that they like filmed it
That's
at,
so confusing.
and they're doing the musical.
I
Like this
figured
is why
they
it's
just called
High
it
School
the
Musical,
musical,
the
because why
musical,
not?
the series.
You-
And so
That's a lot of layers in there that
And so-
I
Abby
don't
told me to
like.
watch that show, and now I definitely don't want to watch that show.
so I'm not saying I saw every episode. I'm just saying.
Is it
saying. No.
Compare-
Okay.
Compare
Look,
it to like Glee. Where are we at?
Glee's better.
Okay.
But okay,
I mean,
look.
okay, but like
look,
Glee is
this-
one of the best.
This show
ever.
was
Seasons
a,
like 1 through 3.
Yeah.
this show was
It
a
goes
guilty
down.
pleasure
they
show.
graduate, and it's like, why?
We're out here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
Go on.
this show is a guilty pleasure show. It is
All right,
trash.
let me interrupt you. Same for The Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trash,
yeah,
but so
yeah.
good.
This show is trash, but I loved every minute of it. And they announced that like the end of the season, like you only see one version of the play, and it's shit. Let me tell you, because it's like they start off like Troy's one character, and then changes to another character mid-show.
What do you
and same with
mean?
other people.
Like
Like one.
they couldn't hold on to the actors for the entire season, or
No,
they're trying to,
like one plot line is this one girl has to move away, so she misses the show. So at the
Okay.
last second, they got this girl's best friend, who's their best singer in the school. So she does one song, but then
How was
halfway
it a
through the
surprise
musical,
that she moved away?
well, it's a surprise that she suddenly appears, and she was like, "Oh, I'm only here to give you guys good luck." But they're like, "No, this girl's nervous, and you worked so hard on this play. You should go out there."
Oh my
so
God.
then like it switches just characters randomly. But anyway, at the end of it, they're just like, "Just wait till you see what we have planned for the spring musical," and then it ends. Well, Disney, like 3 days ago, did some announcements. They released a
spring
trailer.
musical.
No, they released a trailer of them singing Beauty and the Beast. They're doing a Beauty and the Beast musical for season 2.
All right, so I'm going to backpedal a little bit to the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Did you see they came out with the trailer for the new Mulan?
Yes.
I honestly thought it was Great Wall 2 until they put up Mulan at the end. Like, think about it real fast. Think about what you saw.
But Matt Damon's not there.
Exactly. I thought, oh, okay. He does kind of leave at the end of Great Wall.
I never watched Great Wall, so I don't know the story.
It came on YouTube TV once while I was at work. I was like, all right.
I'll never watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I won't pay money for it, but, it's on. But it honestly, like, all, like, the costumes look the same. And it's just like, I wonder how they're doing a series or a sequel to this.
Yeah.
So I had a dream, like, last night, maybe night before, that someone heard our podcast, decided that we were going to become a radio show.
Oh.
What, Mike and Jared video show in the
Okay,
morning?
But it was like 1730 The Cow was...
I was gonna say, like, what
Like-
station are you on? Like, are you on
It was like
CBS
17...
XM?
No, it was like 1730 The Cow with Mark and Jared. Mark and Jared in the morning.
I love that.
And that's all I remember.
And then he woke up in a cold sweat.
If we expand the company more and we somehow make a radio show, that is 100%
Oh,
gonna be
did you
the,
know there is legit a contest that is called the I Like Cows contest?
I think
Say
I heard
more
about
right
this.
now.
Yeah, I don't.
So it's based off a very sad premise. So apparently, like, these two people had a son who loved cows very much, and then tragically died in like a car accident or something. So they started a competition where these kids come and like compete, and the winner gets a cow.
Like a
They-
real cow?
they
Like a
get
real
a cow.
cow. They
Okay.
get a cow. And so, like, it's called the I Like Cows contest. And the only reason I know this is because Owen was telling me at work today. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta write some recommendation letters for these kids for the I Like Cows contest. And I'm like, what? That's a thing?
I feel like this is kind of like when as a kid you wrote in to be like slimed on Nickelodeon, like where your parents said, "Yeah, we turned in your I Like Cow registration, awesome," and they're like right in the trash.
Did you hear about the one radio show that was giving away a Toyota, and the lady won, and so the radio sent her a toy Yoda, and she sued the radio
Yes.
company because she wanted a Toyota, a car, and she won, and she got a car out of it.
Good for her, honestly.
Yeah,
What kind of car though? Like, was it
I
like?
have no earthly idea. I just know it was a Toyota.
Hyundai.
Yeah, they actually gave her a Tesla, but like, I don't think she's gonna complain.
I would love a Tesla.
Honestly, Sam.
I want one that drives itself.
Yeah.
Because I remember there for a time I was working in Elizabethtown and driving from Louisville. It's about 50 miles each way, all highway. But I would pass this guy in a Tesla probably twice a week going to work. And he would have like the newspaper folded up, like he could still see the road, but like obviously reading, or
Yeah.
like his iPad where he's just like flipping through stuff. And the first couple times, like, what the hell are you doing? You know, like go past him, it's like, oh, it's a Tesla. This car's driving itself. Like he's just sitting there, like, wonder what the news is.
I don't know
Casual.
if I said this on the podcast yet, but my dad pre-ordered the Cybertruck.
I was
Oh my
gonna say,
God.
like, what are y'all's thoughts on the Cybertruck? So
But my dad pre-ordered it. I put the pre-order in for him, and it's supposedly coming late 2020.
so
Really?
what is
That's
your
it?
dad?
Yeah.
What's his use case? Does he just want it because it's a Cybertruck and it's obscene and awesome and amazing, or does he like have like a specific use case?
He thinks it looks cool,
That's-
mostly because he has a truck that's like 10 years old at this point. He's like, he's going to get a new car.
Yes, like
and,
might
and this
as
was
well.
this is at Thanksgiving, and me and my brother both looking and just go, "Oh, get the new Cybertruck." And he goes, "The new what?" And it was like, "Oh, have you not seen?" He goes, "No, I haven't seen." It's like Tesla came out with their own truck, and so we like pull it up, show him, and he goes, "That actually looks pretty cool." And I'm like, "Dad, it's only $100 to pre-order it. You can back out the order if you want.
Yeah.
Only $100." He goes, "You know what? No, yeah, let's do it." And I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, no, seriously. If you want to pre-order it for me, I will give you $100. We'll do it." I was like, "Okay." I like immediately pre-ordered it
Did
for
they
him.
come out with a like actual price for it? I don't remember because I just.
It is so. There's 3 different versions of it,
Yeah.
basically based on your like your motor and your power. So it's like
Mhm.
20,000, 30,000, 40,000. It doesn't come with the self-driving feature. That's a separate package. That is
Yeah.
$7,000.
But you can get it later. 'Cause
Yes.
all it is a download.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
just
all
a
it is.
software update.
So my dad got the middle ground one, I think, of 30,000 pre-ordered.
See,
Good
I don't
for
think
Because
it
it-
looks
if-
that bad.
Yeah, if you got the
No.
tri-engine, you had to wait to 2021, which
which
was a
was
little
the 40
longer.
grand
See,
one.
that's. I'm hoping I can make enough money at that point because an electric truck
bad.
seems the best of both worlds. Of, well, obviously you don't have gas mileage, but you get good mileage while also having a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if like he ends up getting it, can I like ride in it one day?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, cool.
It's
That's all I want. I want to go.
You
I just
know.
want to go like sit in it.
like you never met my parents ever been to my house, but it's like, "Hey, Dad, so my friend Madison's gonna come down,
Just
drive
like-
2 hours,
yeah,
ju-
casual.
just so she
Nice.
could drive your truck."
I don't want to drive it. I don't want to. I don't want to be
She's
like.
supposed to
risk
look
for
at
that.
it. She's supposed to sit there.
I just want to sit in it.
Oh, okay.
I would-
I'll drive you around
Cool,
in
cool,
it
cool. I like
because
it.
I plan on driving it at some point.
I would love to know how your parents met because Mark's parents, as long as I've known them, well, one, I am one of the few people who have met Mark's mom.
I don't know.
What
No.
do you mean the few people? Like she only knows 4 people, or like
But
of Mark's
my
friends?
my mom doesn't go out or see anyone,
Okay.
so literally no one
Yeah,
ever
she's very
meets my
homebody,
mom
yeah.
Yeah.
unless you go to my house.
Gotcha.
And even
But
then, it's
no
a
one
coin
ever
flip.
goes to my house though.
Interesting.
So very few people ever actually meet my mom. My dad, on the other hand, a lot of people meet my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I would say your mom's very homebody,
Yeah.
and your dad is super like outgoing and like a day at home's a day wasted.
Yeah. He is.
And so it's like How did they meet? Like,
Well, my dad was in the Marines,
uh-huh.
and my mom was in the Navy.
Okay.
And basically, my dad, well, he was in Louisville at the time. When he got to the Marines, he had to go to Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, which is where my mom's from. And they met through there somewhere. I don't know where. the long story is my grandfather's name was Big John, and he had the big respect.
Your maternal grandfather. Your mom's
yes,
father.
Yes.
That's very important to this story.
well, I also paused for a second, because technically he's not my biological grandfather. He's not. My biological grandfather on my mom's side died when she was 4. And then my grandmother remarried.
Well,
okay. But anyway, so his name was Big John, and he had a reputation there where, like, everyone knew him and everyone respected him. My dad did not know my mom was Big John's daughter. Basically, my dad's, like, commanding officer, he did not know he was going on a date with his daughter. So my dad says, like, yeah, so, like, the first time I went to go pick up your mom for a date, she was, like, living with them. So he pulls up, knocks on the door, he goes, yeah, it was a very big surprise. And Big John opens the door and goes, who the hell are you? And I'm like, I'm Ken, I'm here to pick up Sharon. Is this the correct address?
It's gotta be wrong. There's no way she lives here with Big John.
And my dad said my grandfather just looks at him and goes, huh. Closes the door, and then he just hears him yell, Sharon!
Oh my god.
And then my mom walks out. And then my dad's like, yeah, when I got in the car, she was like, you didn't tell me your dad was Big John. Like, I feel like it's irrelevant.
Like, this was a thing you should have told me.
Yeah.
How can we trust each other?
Oh my gosh. Sorry. I had a sitcom idea where, it's at a military base, and it's, like, a Sharon who's raised by 2 officers. Uh-huh. One Big John, one Little John. And, it's a sitcom idea. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
That should be when y'all branch, so you're going to have the radio show late 2020, but then, like
let's not put a date on it.
Okay. Soon after the radio show, you start venturing out into, like, cable TV. Yeah. Well, I guess it won't be cable anymore, but Netflix.
Streaming TV.
Maybe you'll approach YouTube, like YouTube original, and just be like, listen here, we've got an idea for you.
Yeah. It's the slow rise.
Probably not.
We'll eventually get to movies. Yeah. Get our own film studio.
And then eventually your own streaming platform, because
and then eventually we'll become Google. Yeah. And then take over the world.
I like it.
Let's put our podcast on Pornhub.
Are you gonna put closed captions on it now?
It's just an hour of the same.
No. So you can put anything on Pornhub, and because how I got here for the listeners at home was you said put it on like YouTube Originals, but I was like, I've heard that YouTube pretty much fucks over all their content creators.
No, we love YouTube. The platform that we're also on.
Man, aren't their products and services great? But, like, once you hit a certain amount, they look for any reason to demonetize you.
Yeah.
Pornhub, I assume, does not have that same restriction.
I feel like they kind of can't demonetize for the reason that...
Most people.
They do have standards.
They do. I mean, I'm sure there's.
They have a code of conduct of stuff that you can and can't put on there.
Yeah.
But if anything ever brings down YouTube, what would it be for a video sharing service? Pornhub.
Yeah.
Pornhub is the next YouTube, and you've heard it here first. Invest in Pornhub. Put all your time and money into Pornhub.
So I'm just picturing like all of like the YouTubers just like migrate. Like something happens to YouTube, like they all just migrate to Pornhub. I'm imagining just like kids channels.
I'm just imagining what was it like?
Pornhub has to create like a kids section, like YouTube.
We're getting some gray area now.
I'm just picturing, what was it, like, Naughty Aunt punishes his nephew, and next up, Ninja plays Fortnite.
Yeah, like...
There's a...
I don't know that one. Thanks, Google.
That's Alexa.
Oh, well, there's a Google Home Mini box right there, so...
Yeah, it's still in the box.
Is that your free Spotify one?
Yeah, it is, and I was like, it'll be great, and I haven't taken it out of the box yet.
Yeah. See, mine's at least out of the box.
Is it plugged in?
No, it's out of the box. God, I was going to say something about Pornhub, but I totally forgot what it was. Like it was there. We were talking about it. Streaming services. What's gonna bring it down? Oh, I always
Pornhub minor?
no. I remember.
But
I always
for
love the
minors.
graphic of like you can see phones throughout the ages. And you see like phones are really big. And you see them go smaller, smaller, smaller. They have like a screen on them, small screen, and then the year phones got internet, aka you can watch porn on your phone. Then you see the screen get bigger, 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 and the phones get bigger, bigger, bigger.
Mary Kay, I feel like you can. You're a person that could validate this story. I was told.
Where are you going with this?
I'm so confused.
I can validate this story for you.
A mutual coworker of ours used to have 2 phones. I'm not sure if this person still does. One to watch sketchy porn on, and one to do real actual work.
That's just due diligence.
I like how they had a specific phone for porn.
I don't know if this is a true story because I never witnessed this phone, but this person may or may not have worked with me this past summer. They may or may not be very tall, and they may or may not.
I
have
knew
had
who
a
you were
perm.
talking about as soon as you
Cool.
said one phone was for porn. I was like, I can't say that I witnessed both phones, but I
Understandable.
definitely feel like I heard that rumor as well.
Yeah.
Was one phone like just a little gross?
It's a little
mean-
sticky on
I
the
mean,
end.
the person we're talking about in
Like you
general
turn it on
is
instead of
kinda
saying
gross,
hello and
just
just
a little
sighs again.
So speaking of porn, I have a game set up.
You have
And-
games
For
set
porn?
up?
I have a game set up. It's for. So I was bored the other day, and you know you get to think about things, and
As most people do,
Yes.
yeah, they use their brains.
I'm scared.
well, I read a thing that was it John Legend is the sexiest man alive last year,
He was voted yet.
and
That was another cool commercial.
and I pulled up the list of the sexiest men alive
Yes.
since it first started, and I was
What
shocked every single year.
Did it start?
85.
Okay, thank you. How many
What
Wait,
years?
every
specific
single
year?
Are we guessing them?
Yes, it's I have a list of males,
Okay.
celebrity males.
Just
Not all actors,
Okay.
but most are actors. And I want to know if you guys can tell me if they were a sexiest man alive at some point and what year they would be.
Oh God.
That's so
Okay.
hard.
George.
I'm
Clooney.
ready. Let's do it.
You're ready?
Okay, I have a
Brad Pitt.
question.
Okay.
Have any of these people that you're going to list been sexiest man alive more than once / is that a thing?
No.
I think
I
it's a
don't
thing.
know.
That was going to be a surprise.
Damn
So-
it, Madison.
I'm
So-
so sorry. I just like knowing the rules of things before I
So
play.
yes, I was shocked by this too. You can be the sexiest man alive more than once,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
yes,
say.
Well, yeah, like when you're in your prime, when you're 30, and then when you're in your second prime, when you're a silver fox.
yes,
like, there's
Well, it's
different-
also if you take
different-
care of yourself from 30 to 31.
yeah.
What?
From 30 to 31, it's like
True.
Yeah. And so one person on my list has been on it twice, and I was honestly shocked they were on it at all.
Well, then
Michael
just don't
Douglas?
tell us what person that is.
Yeah. So the first person I'll throw out to everyone, Samuel L. Jackson.
For sure.
You know, Mace Windu,
I'm gonna say
Pulp
no.
Fiction,
I don't think he
Hateful
has.
Eight.
I'm gonna say yes. When?
Yeah, what year?
If he was, it had to have been early. So.
I was
Like
gonna say
early
like
Samuel
mid
Jackson?
90s, somewhere in the 90s.
Well, I need an exact year.
Okay,
so
well then
yeah,
we're
from
gonna go with 94.
94. Madison, you are wrong. Samuel L. Jackson has never been.
Yeah, he's too
Interesting.
niche.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
He was one of those guys that's like, he's been around for a while. I would not be surprised if he actually got it.
Yeah, but like also the sexiest men alive are almost never like the people
Actually
that I would,
attractive?
the people that I would imagine to get that
Ooh.
award.
I-
Mary
like-
Kay calls out John Lennon, legend,
All right.
Like,
and
I was
Lennon,
calling-
both live.
I was calling out Blake Shelton, man. That guy
True.
should not
He's
have won.
ugly. He's
Well,
not
okay,
a
they're
good
giving
looker.
me information.
Listen,
Good.
Don't help him on this. all right. My next person is William Shatner.
I
Getting a
feel
little
like-
bit older on
Good
this
night.
list. Captain Kirk, the original one from Star Trek.
I feel like he was just. I feel.
See, I was gonna say yes, and then 70s, and I was like, no, it started in 85.
Yeah, so he would be on this list.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
I'm also
no.
gonna go with no because I just looked up a picture of this man because I could not imagine him and he's ugly.
Okay, wait. Are you looking at a recent picture of him?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like
Because I'm talking about
I was
him when
saying,
he was on
this
Star
is,
Trek.
Yes.
Keep in mind, this is 40 years
80.
ago.
okay,
8.
1980s.
What do you? I'm
I'm just looking at a picture
gonna
of
say,
him in
don't
the
be
80s.
cheating here. This is a
I
game.
say
I'm keeping
no.
points.
I'm
You
still
say
going
no.
with no. He's still ugly.
You say no. Mary Kay said yes. 1988. The answer is no.
Damn it.
He was not. This gets Jared in the lead right now.
Oh yeah.
Madison and Mary Kay
Scoreboard.
with 1, Jared with 2.
And that's all the time we have today. So.
Damn it, Jared.
Okay. Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Neo himself.
I feel
No.
like with this
Mr.
weird
John Wick.
Keanu Reeves like moment
I
that's
think this
happening
is a trend.
lately, I think that you just made this name up because he's been in the popular media lately, and I'm gonna also go with no.
So no.
I'm
Jared,
gonna say
I-
no.
I'll still go with yes.
Yes, what year?
Let's see,
Like
what
teenage Reeves.
I was like, well, wait, what year did The Matrix come out?
I can't
With
tell you
DVD
that.
players, like 2001, 2002.
99.
He has.
Yay!
1994.
I almost
So it's
guessed.
a teenage Reeves.
I guess. I don't know if that was when
So what
Matrix
is
first came out or not.
No,
what
it
is
came
the
out in the
rule
2000s.
for sexiest man alive? Can they pick a 17-year-old for that? Because I feel like that's not okay.
I feel like that's more acceptable than picking a 17-year-old girl.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
but should that still not be okay?
I will say this is
It would be
People's
creepier if you
Magazine.
voted them
Does that
as
mean
soon
me
as
and
they turn
Jared are
18.
tied?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, like-
they have a calendar in this sexiest man alive, and like they're counting down the days until Keanu Reeves turns 18.
That was
They're
a
just
thing,
like-
like, beginning of the internet. Like, I was listening to some old podcasts, and they talked about, like, how creepy it was for Emma Watson.
Yo, yeah.
Like, there was this great big website of, like, until she's 18.
Oh, yeah. So-
The internet.
Oh no.
All right, next
so,
question.
So the next one on my list, Sean Connery.
That's a yes.
The original. Is he original James Bond?
He was a James Bond, yeah.
I know he was a
I'm
James
gonna
Bond. Was
say
he the original
91.
one?
I don't.
So Jared says yes, 91.
Yes or 91?
I also say yes. I'm gonna go 90.
90.
I'm gonna go yes as well because
Okay,
I
what
looked
would
up
you
the
say?
picture, and I'm gonna say he was like the second. He was 86.
It is a yes. He was 89.
Damn.
I still says.
Everyone will get
well.
1 point for that. Uh-huh, yeah. So the next one on the list is Adam Levine.
Yeah, I remember him being on it.
I
was
also
also
remember him
really
being
upset
on it.
about that one because like he's not attractive.
He was, and I
think
want
it
to say it
was
was
like-
like
2012.
I was gonna say like
2013.
2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
it's a
gonna-
yes. What year?
I want to go with 12.
12,
I'll go with
yes. And what
13.
year? 13.
Yes in 2009.
Okay, so all of you say yes, which is correct. The answer was 2013.
Damn,
Woo!
nice.
Pulls MK in the lead. With
Nice.
Madison 3, Jared 4, MK 5.
Not my sexiest man.
No, definitely not.
Mel Gibson. Braveheart.
Right. I'm like before he got like super anti-Semitic. Are you looking at
I'm
pictures
gonna
of
say
him?
I'm gonna say no.
Jared says no.
I am also gonna say no.
Mary Kay says no.
Uh,
Madison,
yeah, I'm
after looking
at
up who this
man,
guy is,
and I'm
to
gonna
rate
go
him on
with
his
no.
attractiveness.
Like-
not attractive out of 10. No.
He seems like someone who, like, if he was a normal person, you'd say, yeah, he's attractive, but, like,
For who
next
he
to other
is,
attractive
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
you're like, why is that normalish looking guy?
So famous for doing things.
Yeah, this
So-
is where he says, yes, he was.
So all three knows.
Yeah.
He was the first one.
Oh my
See,
god!
This is what I was saying.
1985.
This is where he says yes.
Yeah. He was the very first one to be named Sexiest Man Alive.
That's awful.
I was just kind of shocked by that, to be honest. All right, next on the list, Harrison Ford, Mr. Han Solo, Indiana Jones,
It's gotta be
Yeah.
a yes.
Blade Runner.
I
I
think
want to
there's
say
no
yes.
way that he wasn't.
I'm gonna say
Just
because
year?
of how iconic he is.
You said this started in 1985.
Yes.
yeah, because I was gonna say 70s.
Okay, but like this was when he won. How is that?
He doesn't even.
This is when Mel Gibson won.
I would say Madison's showing a picture of Mel Gibson back in the
I
day
was
when
gonna
he
say
won.
screenshot
When-
that and send to Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's no way.
But back to Harrison
So
Ford.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ford.
sorry.
I say
It's-
yes.
Yes,
It's gotta
yes.
be.
Madison, what do you think?
I'm also
Mr.
gonna go
Ford.
for yes
All
because
right.
there's no way that
So
he
it's-
wasn't.
So what year?
88.
88.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go
yes,
back to
88.
86. I'm gonna say he was the second one because they had to
86.
follow up Mel Gibson with something
No,
good.
have we already?
Okay.
Has 2001 already been used?
Not to my knowledge.
2001.
Yes, he has been, and he was on it in 98.
10 years off.
I was closest.
But you still went over.
Uh huh.
All right. Will Smith, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Men in Black,
I want to say yes,
Hancock.
but I feel like it's no.
Welcome to Earth.
Independence Day.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to Earth. Oh my god.
I really want to say that he was on it, but I don't think that he was. I'm gonna go with no.
No. Okay. MK.
Because I feel like
Jared?
he should
Mary
be.
Kay?
I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with yes.
Go with yes. What year?
2005.
2005.
Pursuit of
Jared.
Happiness. Nice.
I'm gonna
How do you
go with
know that?
no
I
as
think it
well.
was right around there.
What?
I'm gonna go with no as well.
No as well. It is a no.
Damn it.
Ooh, this is getting close. Madison with 5, Jared with 6, and Mary Kay with 6. Getting up there. All right.
We're gonna get a three-way tie. This is gonna be the last
It's gonna
one,
be awful.
and then y'all are gonna get it wrong.
Jim Carrey. Yes, man.
I would feel really uncomfortable if he was on
He's
that list.
Eggman in the new Sonic
Yeah, the
movie.
Yes.
design coming out
In
this
97.
Valentine's Day.
So Jared says yes in 97.
Well, I'm gonna 96.
96.
Sorry.
Change of answer. Locked in now. Can't
Just
change it.
because it would be unsettling.
Yeah.
And knowing Mel Gibson won, I'm also gonna go with yes, and I'm gonna say 97.
Okay. Madison.
I am also very torn up about this, but
This
I
is
feel
very
like
hard.
He was in The Mask. What was it? What's the what animal movie?
Ace
he's in?
Ventura,
Yeah,
Pet
yeah, Ace
Detective.
Ventura, Pet Detective.
I'm just picturing him
Think-
like
think
doing that
that
football
guy.
thing in the tutu. Like that's the picture of him on the cover of People
Now,
magazine.
now, is he the sexiest man alive? Yes or no?
We're gonna go with yes. And
Yes,
I'm
what
gonna say
year?
That'll come in my
01.
answer.
01.
01. He is not.
Ah,
Fun fact: he was a runner-up to Keanu.
Ah!
So
And-
almost in 1994.
I
so
was
close.
pretty close.
So close.
I was surprised he was a runner-up.
Didn't
Well,
know that was
yeah.
an option, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't either. I think when I look at the list, for some reason they had a list as like Jim Carrey runner-up, and I was just like, why is he listed there?
Why is he listening?
All right.
Congratulations, you
So, yeah.
made it halfway
Almost
there.
All right.
You still make it in the magazine if you're
Next on the
True.
list is Christian Bale, Batman. I did it.
I want to go with yes.
I'm gonna go with no just to maybe get a point.
Okay, so no.
Because I'm different.
Mary Kay
Yes.
says yes. What year?
2008.
Okay, Jared. He's Batman.
No,
Ford versus
I'm
Ferrari. He's
I'm
Ken
Batman.
Miles.
I have to say no.
You have to say no.
Yeah.
The correct answer is no.
Damn it.
Ooh, that puts Jared in the lead. Ugh.
Oh.
Madison was 6, Jared was 7, Mary Kay was 6. Getting close. Getting close.
Are you
Me
not
too.
entertained?
No!
All right.
I am upset.
Bruce Willis, Mr. Unbreakable.
Yes, because
Die
People
Hard.
magazine knows nothing about attractiveness.
It's
Yes.
also a yes.
92.
So okay, wait. So
Oh.
yes, 92.
I didn't think about a year.
Yeah.
This is how you get points.
I forgot about that part of
This is
the
how you
game.
get extra points.
96.
Yes, 96. Madison.
Are the 90s the height of Bruce Willis's career? Because I know nothing about Bruce Willis.
Because like it didn't start till 85, and I feel like we got most of the 80s.
True.
Or not.
I want to
don't
go back to 01.
I will
Because
tell
I
you-
feel like
you have
01's
two
a
of
good
the
number
80s.
I was
for me.
gonna say we have 2 of the
What?
80s.
So-
01.
100%.
01 seems like
Oh,
it's a good
01?
time for me, yeah.
He was not on the list.
Damn it.
Damn. That's fair. I mean, he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be, but Mel Gibson was on there.
Yeah,
All right.
it's- it was
I'm very
Blake
upset
Shelton.
about Mel Gibson.
We're going back to Batman. Ben Affleck,
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely
Yeah.
has to be on that list.
The Accountant. Some other movies. Gone Girl.
Let's go back to The Accountant. Has Anna Kendrick in it?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Okay, but if you say yes, what year? With Batman.
What year range was he Batman? Am I allowed to
No.
ask that?
You
Okay.
make your own choice.
Cool.
Yes, I'm gonna say like 2008 again. I think I said that the last one. I'm gonna say
Have
it again.
we chosen 2011? Has that winner been announced yet?
No.
I will tell you no.
Okay, 2011.
Jared.
I also think yes, but I think it was 2009.
The correct answer is yes.
Cool.
2002.
I'm
Pretty
There
early.
you go.
I don't know what he did that early. in his
Yeah.
career.
He was in a lot of movies early
I'm
on.
going to look that up.
When did Pearl Harbor come out? He was in that movie.
I have no idea.
I know he was in that movie.
All right, I got 3 more.
Jared's still winning, right?
Yeah.
The current score is Madison 7, Mary Kay 7, Jared 8. All right, next up on our list is Ian McGregor, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi himself,
It's Ewan.
Ewan McGregor.
Like,
You were so calm. and it's like, it's Ewan.
Well, because like there's a W in it, and he just ignored the W.
Pearl
You know,
Harbor was
Christopher
2001.
Ah!
Daredevil 2003.
Yeah, I feel like it was because of Pearl Harbor
Yeah.
that he was on it in 2002. But I figured it
Uh.
was close. Okay, back to Ewan McGregor.
You know, Black Mask of the new Harley Quinn movie that came out.
I personally find him attractive.
Yeah, it's well same.
So I would like to say yes.
Attracting enough to be the sexiest man alive.
Yeah,
for a
I would
year.
like to say yes, but I feel like it's a no, just because
Who were we talking about?
Ewan McGregor,
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Kenobi, slash
The prequel Obi-Wan Kenobi.
slash the guy from Moulin Rouge. I can't think of his name.
Christopher Robin in the newest Winnie the Pooh movie.
Okay, you're getting like from really close to really
Here,
far
I have
away.
a picture.
Just Google a
No,
picture of Ewan McGregor.
Oh yeah.
He's Black Mask in the new Harley Quinn movie.
I'm gonna go with yes because he's adorable.
He was the voice of Lumiere in the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
He was.
Really?
Yes, he was.
He was.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm gonna say
So yes. What year?
we're gonna go with like 08. Is that one? We haven't decided 08's winner.
See,
No.
I'm gonna go.
I'd guess that one a
08,
lot,
yeah,
though.
That's
08
why I
has
was like,
not
I
been
think
guessed
maybe.
yet.
Me, oh yes, but I think it was more like 89, 88.
So you say yes, it was 2008. You said
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
He was a baby.
89.
89. Mary Kay, what do you think?
This is probably gonna
What
make
about-
me lose, but I'm
about
gonna go
Obi-Wan?
with no.
No. The final answer? No.
Woo!
That-
Also, Jared, I want you to know that he was born in 71.
So he
so
was
like in 89.
He was like 18.
Yeah, I just
It would
wanted
have
to
been 18.
That's fair. I just wanted to point it out just so we were all on the same page.
Yeah, I knew what I was
You
doing.
said 89 and both of us went. He was real young.
All right, I got two more on this list.
All right.
It's a close game.
I feel like
Mad-
you said two more ago.
I said it one more ago, which was with Ian McGregor. Ewan, whatever.
Ewan.
Oh, and he just gets nothing close
But it's Madison with 7, Jared and Mary Kay with 8.
enough.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Mr. Mysterio himself.
I think he
Newest
was.
Spider-Man movie.
Oh.
Yes.
That's him?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
When
He's been around for a while. I can't think of his movies right now off the top of my head.
Brokeback Mountain.
He's
With
also
Heath Ledger.
in the Murder Guy movie.
Murder
Yeah,
Guy
that-
movie.
That one movie.
Knives Out.
No.
Murder on the Orient Express.
No, it's older. It's about the serial killer guy, Zodiac. He's Zodiac.
So Jared, you get to go first because they've been going first.
I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna say no. Mary Kay.
I want to say yes.
She says yes. What year?
He's attractive, but he's not sexy.
2005.
Yeah,
2005.
record.
Madison.
I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna go with the year after Zodiac came out, which was 08. Because of course, that's what put him over
The
the
correct
edge.
answer is no.
Damn it.
Damn.
Last one.
Attractive, but not sexy.
Last one.
Neither is Mel Gibson.
The man
Mel
himself.
Gibson's neither.
The leader of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Mr. Johnny Depp.
I hate Johnny Depp. hate
I
Johnny
feel
Depp
like he
so
was
much.
definitely the sexiest man
Was-
alive at
was
one
he
point,
the
though.
sexiest man
I'm gonna
alive?
go no out of
Yes,
principle for the fact that I
2001.
hate Johnny Depp.
Yes, 2001.
Jared
Right
seems
out of
very
principle.
confident.
Mary
I'm also
Kay.
gonna say yes.
Yes,
I
what
had my
year?
childhood memory.
2003.
This is gonna make me lose, isn't it?
So the answer is yes.
Yep.
2002.
The answer is 2003.
Yay!
Which ties it up. Mary
Okay,
Kay.
So you said one of them on the list is on there twice.
Yes.
Is this can I have an opportunity to guess which person that was?
You have 7 points, so you will not win. But yes, I will
Can
give
we
you.
not-
I will give
can
you
we
this
not give
option.
me
Dang it.
points?
And this will- yes.
Do you have the answers on there? Can I like, look at the
Well, it's like
list?
2002
I do have the answers
was
on
Ben
there
Affleck. I
next
was
to
like, I
their
feel like
names.
it's gotta be
Yeah, understandable.
2003.
Okay. So for a tiebreaker and just Madison extra points to make you feel better.
Yes,
Who
please.
who of my list have been on there twice?
Are there multiple?
No, only
Just the
one.
one.
And here's the list of the people I have: Keanu Reeves,
Mhm.
Johnny Depp, Mel Gibson, Ben Affleck, Adam Levine, Harrison Ford, or Sean Connery.
I feel like
Someone
for,
has been on there
I
twice.
feel like for some stupid reason it was Adam Levine.
Mm,
But I
you
feel
know,
like that
I'll
wasn't
even-
long enough.
I'll even give you
enough.
more bonus points if you can also tell me the other year they were a part of.
Oh.
Well, if I do
So
that
that's
part,
pretty
can I
much a
actually
Madison
do they were wrong?
question.
If you get both of those right, I'll say you can.
Let's make this worth 10 points.
Okay, yeah, 10 points.
What?
Sure, why
Because it
not?
doesn't
Okay.
matter.
I know, I'm just teasing.
I have my answer. I'm gonna lock in.
You're gonna lock in. I'll wait for them to lock in.
I'll put it.
Would
Oh,
you
we're
read
not-
the
I
list
can't
one more
search
time?
it.
We're not gonna verbalize
Keanu,
it.
Keanu Reeves,
Okay.
Johnny Depp, Mel Gibson, Ben Affleck, Adam Levine,
I'm just saying.
Harrison
I typed
Ford,
it
Sean
down
Connery.
in and turned it upside down. I'm locking in. We're gonna risk it all.
I still think it's Adam Levine, but I feel like he was on it too recently, and I don't think he would have been on it more recently than that.
When we try and guess the second year, can we get the first year that they were on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cool.
I'll do that.
Or is this like a 2-part question we're gonna
It-
figure
Well, so
out?
like if like her guess is Adam Levine, she would say Adam Levine. He would say 2013,
Yeah,
and she would say 2014,
yeah.
and then would go to your
Yes.
any order.
I understand now. I
Are we
did not
typing?
understand.
Are we typing it down?
I did just so that
Hey, you
I
can
can go
just
first or
outward
last.
tell me.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna stick with my gut and go Adam Levine.
All right, Adam Levine was 2013. So what do you think his other year was?
We'll go with like 09. Was that one
09?
decided? That
It
someone
has
had?
not been decided.
I want to go with like 2010.
2010?
Like, Maroon 5 was like a thing for
Okay.
a while.
Mary Kay.
I feel
Who
like
of
that's
this
wrong,
list?
but I'm sticking to it.
don't take my
Do
answer.
you think was on here twice? In what year?
I'm gonna punch you square in the face, Jared.
Please.
I want to guess Keanu Reeves.
Mr. Keanu Reeves. The first time we said it was 1994.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe
When was his other time?
2015.
2015. Jared, what is
I'm
your
gonna
answer?
go with the man himself, Sean Connery,
Mr. Sean Connery.
and I'm going to say when was his first year?
His first year was 98. Or 89, sorry.
I was gonna say
89,
98
okay, my
was.
bad.
I
Harrison
definally
Ford.
guessed that several times after that.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna
But it's
say
fine.
like 93. No, 94. Has 94 been said?
94 was Keanu Reeves.
Then I'm gonna say 93.
It's gonna be like-
Wait, yeah, James Bond comes
Okay,
out like
so
every
it's a
3 years.
93?
Yeah.
You're all wrong.
Damn it,
The correct
Hold
answer.
on. Harrison Ford.
No.
Mel Gibson.
No. Correct answer is Johnny Depp.
Damn it, that was my second guess. That was my
What was
next
the
guess.
other?
His year was 2003 and 2009.
Damn it.
What did he do in 2009?
I don't know.
Another Pirates of the Caribbean movie,
Yeah.
probably.
Chances are high.
So you know what? That game was so fun. And since it ended in a tie, I have a list of the sexiest women alive by Esquire magazine.
God.
We can make this list a little bit quicker, mostly for a tiebreaker.
Okay.
I will name a person. We'll only do this until the tiebreaker is broken.
The tiebreaker is broken.
Yes.
Well, then alternate who
It-
goes first.
It will be the same. It will be the same deal. I'll name a person. Tell me if they were on the list, and if they were, what year.
All right.
We'll go with Kate Upton. This is also based on Esquire magazine. Because there was a couple of different lists, and I chose this one specifically because it had more women on it. So
Does People not do a sexiest woman?
no,
No.
they did 1 year for one specific woman,
Cool.
and so
I guess that makes it
I'm
more
not
worth it
saying
to
that
her.
this woman is on my list to throw people off. I'm just saying.
I'll go first. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, what year?
I'm going to say 2013.
Okay, okay.
A bit early.
I was also gonna say yes.
All right. You can
Um,
also say that.
2012.
So remember how I said I had a trick person on here?
Kate Upton.
Yeah, Kate Upton was the trick person.
So
Was
she
she-
was the one People magazine.
She was the one People magazine
Well, I know-
sexiest
I hate you.
woman.
In what year?
I think it was like 2013 or something.
Okay.
But she's not Esquire specific.
I was
one.
well. I knew, well, she was on cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
Like she made her rounds.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's a model.
She was there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well,
along-
Esquire, I disagree.
She's a model.
All right. How about Mila Kunis? You know, that 70s show.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
you're
Mary
first
Kay
this
has to go
time.
first. You know, Jupiter Ascending, that amazing movie that
Yeah,
didn't flop.
I'm gonna
Including Sarah
go.
Marshall.
Why not?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Yes, okay. year?
2013.
Okay.
While she is
Jared?
a celebrity crush, no, she
No.
did not win.
All right. Vanessa, did you want to throw an answer
wanna
for
guess?
fun?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
It's winners
yes.
decided right here.
And you said 2013.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like 2009.
The correct answer is yes.
Yay!
It was 2012.
Oh.
I said
Really?
2013.
Yeah, you were close.
Woo, Mary Kay wins!
So Mary Kay is our official winner of this segment.
Congratulations.
We need to
As
start
long
getting a
as Fish
trophy
lost,
for
I'm
these
good.
things to pass off.
Oh, we'll send it to you. Where? Which address?
I'll be here tomorrow. I expect a trophy.
We'll see.
You know what? I'll make something. We'll have a podcast segment game trophy that we will give them for the time that they are on the podcast.
We'll start D&D tomorrow with, here's a trophy you won yesterday. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, if you would think, I'd be like, yeah, we give you a trophy, you just bring it back. But then it's like, well, what about next week if you're not on it? How do I get the trophy back?
Yeah.
So,
it's either we have to have like every second episode's a game show episode or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
we'll have a
There's still
trophy.
time to,
Or just make a lot
start
of bad
thinking.
trophies.
Yeah.
That could also be an option.
So to quickly go through my list, Scarlett Johansson was apparently on there twice.
I could see
For,
that.
Yeah,
for
that's right.
2006 or 2013.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie was 2004. Halle Berry was 2008.
Yep.
Amelia Clark was 2015.
Yep.
Charlize Theron 2007.
Who?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize, whatever.
Mark's
People-
not good at pronouncing
Yeah.
names. We've
Pe-
established this.
People not on the list is Taylor Swift, Kate Upton, Jennifer Lawrence, Ariana Grande, Jessica Alba, Zoe Saldana, and Beyonce.
It doesn't surprise me that Ariana Grande wasn't on there just because she's like newly famous, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while she's attractive, I feel like it's just like she's not at that level.
See, I was surprised
She's also still
Beyonce
pretty
wasn't
young.
on there.
Like,
Yeah,
she definitely has more of a demographic. Like Esquire doesn't have 13-year-olds.
Was J-Lo
reading their
on there?
magazine.
Yes.
No.
She looked
Yeah.
amazing for being like 45, 50.
Who,
Oh, yeah.
J-Lo?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Bitch was on a stripper pole.
No,
I can't even do that
it
now.
was an exercise pole.
No. If you watch Hustlers, she's just full going at it.
I know. I watched that movie like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I know where you learned this.
Did you need 5 minutes alone while watching the movie?
No, I was watching it with a lady
only
friend.
2 seconds.
Have you guys seen the movie Selena that has her in it?
No.
So, like, she plays... Selena was, like, a pop star, like a Hispanic star
Yeah.
back in the, like,
We
90s?
love Selena Gomez.
I
Not
think
that
it was
Selena.
80s or 90s. Yeah.
Let me, like, Google her real quick. But J-Lo was in, like, the movie version of this. 1997 was when the movie came out. But she was, like, she performed for both, like, Mexican Americans and Mexicans. She started her clothing line and then tragically got shot by her, like, fan club president because the fan club president was embezzling money and they found out. And so there was, like... Watch the movie, you'll figure it out. It's a good movie. But there's a scene in the movie where, like, J-Lo comes out in, like, just a fancy bra and, like, jeans, as pop stars do. Like,
Casual,
I think
yeah.
this was around the time, like, Madonna was, like, super popular, and that was what Madonna did. And so apparently she comes out there, and there's a scene where her dad is freaking out, like, what is she wearing? She's wearing a bra! And her mom's like, it's a bustier. He's like, it's a bra.
That's worse.
Except in
A
Spanish.
bustier sounds weird. That is worse.
Except in Spanish, he's like going on and on about it. And someone made a meme where they took like J-Lo's outfit from the Super Bowl, and it's like just the picture of her outfit from the Super Bowl, and then it's like that scene where her dad's like, she's wearing a bra! Like, it's just really funny. It's really funny. Do I need to send you that meme? Or...
Maybe. Most
Okay.
likely.
We gotta include it in the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Along with the dark B-roll.
Yeah, I forgot about
Dark
that.
B-roll and then J-Lo meme.
And
Darkness,
episode
my
7.
old friend.
Mark sings off key again.
I never said I sing. Hey, I always sing off key.
What was that sentence? I just assumed it always off key.
Dude, you're
I-
such
I-
a different
I-
person than
again.
me.
I word's good.
Yeah.
I word's good. There it is.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been
just
single-
gonna open this alcohol real quick, and
I haven't
Take
had
a
a
little
single
swig.
stroke this week.
we
Mark.
did pretty good and bad, and not how much our cat.
Yeah.
Does people care?
Go for it.
Well,
Go
not
for
when
it.
you lick it like that.
No, you slowly
He's
do.
like,
Yeah,
let
he's
me
like
try.
lifting the bottle, and he's like tongue just comes out and like tastes it.
Well, it's mostly I didn't know if Mary Kay cared or not because it was she who bought it, but it's not bad.
I
It
figured if
actually
you...
smells like.
I was gonna
Dr.
say, if
Pepper.
any... Like, if this is one alcohol Mark would probably like. If you're listening at home, it is Ron Diaz Spiced Black Cherry Rum.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I'm just giving you what the brand did.
But
I'll try.
what if they want to be?
If you would like to be a
Yeah,
sponsor,
if you have a friend who works for.
Ron Diaz Spiced Black Cherry Rum.
oh my goodness.
Look,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's warming. Like it's the warmth is spreading down my throat. I think
My
it's-
aunt who lives in Cleveland buys this stuff.
So
Does
as
it come
we,
from Cleveland?
No, so apparently you can only get it in this area, and so she'll go and like buy it for her friends in Cleveland because you
Gotcha.
can't get it in Cleveland. So like when she comes down, she buys a bunch and takes it up to them because they love it. It is good. I enjoy it.
So as we close out this episode, any final thoughts? Madison, how was your first time?
It was enjoyable. I'm a little upset that I got robbed. Johnny Depp kind of screwed me over, but I guess I did it out of principle. So
yeah.
You know, mistakes were made.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like we should give the same offer as we do. If you can get 200 people to listen to this episode,
Okay.
you can come back whenever you want.
Yeah.
We'll even let you host an episode.
By my lonesome, or do I have
But
to
you have like
co-host
1 month.
No,
Like,
no,
from
no.
when this comes out, 1 month, 200 people see it.
When we mean by host, it means you have to come up with all the topics, all the conversation points. If we're doing a segment or a game, you got to come up with that. Like
You have to argue
the whole
with
9
Mark
yards
about everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct me on my sports knowledge. That's always
And
correct.
also your pronunciations that are definitely.
I was gonna
always
say this
correct.
time Mark was bad. Usually it's me.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear anything throughout this whole podcast.
I would also like to point out Mark could not spell the word shoots earlier.
Okay.
Shoots and ladders?
Yes.
We were in a group chat.
CHUTES.
Right, he spelled it with an S.
No.
And
I
I responded with, I'm pretty sure it's spelled CHUTES, and then I found a picture of the board game and like sent it to him
I still liked my comment because I went right behind. I was like, "Oh shit!"
with a C.
Yes, CHIT. I thought that was pretty good.
It was good.
It was
funny.
hurtful.
No one said anything, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, I noticed.
I'm
I
literally just
noticed.
at my desk at work, like
Oh.
all my coworkers are in a meeting, so I just send it. I'm just like, I'm gonna wait. I'm just like sitting there all happy, and then I was like, "Oh, they're just gonna ignore me." And that's the joy left my afternoon and this podcast. Thank you and good night.
Thanks for listening to the Intimidatingly Funny podcast brought to you by Misdirection LLC. Feel free to, like us on YouTube, send us some comments. Make sure to like and comment on Spotify as well, specifically Spotify.
Absolutely.
And if you would like to send us an email, it is misdirection LLC
Dot
at
LLC.
.LLC, misdirection.llc at gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website. We will have a store up and running here soon, if it is not already, at misdirection.us, at misdirection.us. Have a lovely night.